all the learnings that I was fortunate enough to have through, my time of growth, because as many of you know, I had a bit of a bumpy road a few years ago. And Dean, you are here. Hello.
How are you?
I'm really, really great. Thank you for joining me all the way from, are you still in Phoenix?
I still am in Phoenix. No worries. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, not at all. Well, basically, I was explaining to some of my lovely, lovely followers who'd just been asking, why I left TV, why I moved into the space that I'm now. And I was just sort of explaining that basically, I just wanted to follow my heart and pay forward all the information I was so fortunate enough to learn through self-development and growth, and also through experts like your lovely self. And that's why you're joining me today to tell everybody more about the Own Your Future challenge, which I'm actually going to be doing. I put a post out last week, and oh my goodness, Dean, the response has been phenomenal. So many women feeling as I did about a year ago, just scared to step out of their comfort zone, not really even knowing what they want to do. And I'm so happy you're here to just answer so many questions that they have about it. So what is the Own Your Future challenge?
Yeah, let's do it. Listen, hey everybody, I appreciate I see all the great messages below. Good to meet you. If this is the first time I'm meeting you, hey, what's up? Here's what I believe. In times like these, right, when the world shifts, it gives us a time to really reflect on the lives that we had, right? I know your story from just a little bit that we've got to meet prior. And sometimes, when the carpet gets pulled out from underneath us, we really get to say, okay, this isn't the best situation. I feel scared. I'm uncertain. But do I want to go back to the man or the woman that I was, or is this the time to make a shift? Is this the time to take the uncomfortable action? But I also know this because I've been doing this for over 2 decades, and 60% of our audience and people involved with Tony and I are women, and we get so much great feedback. And tell me if I'm right here, and please tell me in the chat that you feel like it's time to just unlock that creativity. It's living inside of you. It's time to unlock it. It's time to explore, to pivot, to impact, to do your own thing, while simultaneously, when you get really close, you feel like an imposter. Let me know if I'm like hitting the nail on the head there. And if I'm off, you can let me know too. But that's why we're doing this challenge, is because the world is completely shifted. The world is learning from this. We all feel like imposters. I feel like an imposter almost every day when I wake up. But I found a way to change that thought process, to realize that every one of us, all of you watching right now, we have an experience in our life. We have a gift. We have a strategy. We have a mess that we went through, and we're on the other side of the mess. And when you think about your life experience, the value of helping people go faster from where they are to where they want to go is priceless. Now, when I started in this industry 2.5 decades ago, there wasn't the ability for us we're communicating now across the world in 2 seconds live and be able to deliver value to people. Those things didn't exist. So when you combine the shift of going from personally connected to virtually connected, we're still socially distanced, so we have to be virtually connected. We combine the fact that colleges and universities aren't serving people at the level that they need to. You combine the fact that people are home and they want a competitive edge. The fact of the matter is they reach out to ordinary, regular people who are a chapter ahead, a month ahead, or a year ahead to give them the faster track to their next level. People are willing to pay for speed, and they're willing to pay you watching right now for what lives in here. Why I love the knowledge industry is because you have a limitless asset right now. You don't need inventory. You don't have to water it. You don't have to put it in stock. You don't have to box it. Knowledge is the new currency. People are paying for knowledge, and it lives inside here. And why Tony and I are doing this is because we know people want to unlock that creativity, but they're also scared. They want to start their own thing or scale their own thing, but they feel like an imposter. And we're going to bust all of that. And who better than Tony and my friends Jenna Kutcher and Shailene Johnson and Glow Autonomo and all these amazing women and men are coming to not only bust the myth, but show you how to enter and scale. I know I go on, I get excited about this and I could just go on and on. So sorry, but I just know this feeling, and it's a time in history where we wanted to deliver value in advance. It said, why not a 5-day challenge? Why not invite the greatest people on the planet to help share it? And we're already, today we'll pass 400,000 people registered with an obsession to get to 1 million. How do we change the world? by a million people locking arms and realizing that we can own our future. Because if we don't own it, someone else is gonna. And I don't think anybody in here wants someone else to own their future.
And you know, I think that that's why I'm so excited to actually, you know, get involved with all of this and learn, because the reason I quit my TV job was because I didn't use those words because they weren't, you know, this challenge didn't exist then, but it was about owning my own future. I wanted to do something that I felt utilized all the experiences that I'd had, good and bad, all the experience I had in terms of what job I was able to do, and merge the two together in a way that made me feel good and also helped other people. And what I'm so excited about this is that you guys, and you are literally the best in the planet at doing this, are going to be showing not only the nearly 500,000 that have signed up, but hopefully 1 million people that sign up, how they can do exactly what I did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so here's what I want you guys to really think about this, and I'll do this quick, but I can't wait for these 5 days, guys. You have to be there. Like, this is not one of those things where you go, I'm not sure if it's for me. If you're not sure it's for you, then you need to go. If you're in this industry, you got to go. If you've never thought about this industry, you got to go, because over 5 days with all these great people, you're going to leave a different person. You're going to lead with new capabilities. And it's not kind of free. It's completely free. So before we go any further, it's ownit66.com. Make sure you write that down and go. And don't even just go. Text ownit66 to one of your girlfriends or friends that can be your accountability partner, or people in your life who need this. There's people in your life that need this, that don't even know they need it, but they will.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you a question. I want you guys to answer me right now. I love the engagement you guys are all sharing below. If you could spend a week preparing, think about this. If you could spend a week preparing, and then you had the opportunity to go spend 1 hour with your 20-year-old self, how much would that be worth to you? Think about it. And maybe you could only pick 2 categories. You could pick love and relationships and your career. That's it. And you had a whole week to prepare. Oh my God, you might be like, oh my God, I know you're a professor. Your parents want you to go to college and follow this path that they did, but you're meant for more. Let me show you the 3 things that your unique ability, and you can overcome these obstacles, and you don't need resources. You can be resourceful. God, could you imagine when it comes to love? Could you imagine saying, oh my God, don't just settle. You are a princess. You deserve to be the best version of you, and you should wait a couple years so you find your truth, whatever it is, right? Think how valuable. Put in the chat right now, if you had to describe 1 word, right? I see priceless, priceless. What would that be worth? Think about that. But here's the cool part. When you think how valuable, if you said priceless or millions, that's usually the answer. If you're thinking money, it's millions. If you're thinking life, it's priceless, right? Think about this. How valuable is that? You just said priceless, but that knowledge that you have in here is priceless to someone else right now, who's starting off where you left off, who's starting off on chapter 1 and you're on chapter 7. That's what the knowledge industry is. It's not a magical money machine. It's not about getting rich in 3 minutes for doing nothing. It's about utilizing an asset you already have. It lives inside your brain, and finding an elegant way to unlock your creativity, crush the imposter, share, impact lives, and create success for yourself. It is the industry that helped change my life 2.5 decades ago. It is the industry that changed Tony's life when he found Jim Rohn. And it's the industry that's changed all of our speakers' lives. All 15 of them have gone through a similar journey. Some were in corporate America and they said, enough, this isn't who I'm supposed to be. Some had their backs against the wall and couldn't pay their bills or were ready for bankruptcy. It doesn't matter where you were, your life experience allows you to come here. So ownit66.com. It starts on May 11th. Not only register, go check out all the awesome people, put it in your phone, and send that link to a friend right now. Help us get to 1 million. That's how we change the world. And when you send to your friends, you don't have to say it's kind of free or I think it's free. It's totally free, but you got to reserve your spot because it only happens once. There's no replays. Once we're done with the challenge, we got to take it down. So you're going to want to be there.
This is one of the things I wanted to ask you actually, Dean, is that I've had so many questions come through to me. One of them was, is it recorded? If I can't manage to make it at a certain time, can you catch up later?
Yes, so it'll be recorded while we're doing the challenge. They'll be up. So day 1 will be up for 5 or 6 days until day 5 is done. But after the challenge is over, then it comes down. So I would say watch them in real time if you can. If not, watch them within 24 hours so you don't miss them. here's the other thing I want to tell you. In any other time in history, you could spend $5,000 for an event like this. So pretend you're paying $5,000. Don't say, oh, it's free, maybe I'll go. Pretend you paid the money and get your butt there with pen in hand. I promise you it's going to be amazing.
And you know, I can say as well firsthand that that is actually what it costs to do this sort of thing. Normally I've done it. I've seriously invested in myself and been to events like this. And for people who maybe haven't been able to go to events in the past, one of the good things that has actually come out of this global pandemic is the fact that you can attend them virtually from anywhere in the world. And in this instance, you have 5 days of incredible knowledge that actually would have normally cost you thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars.
Well, we're excited, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the support. I know you're going to be there playing full out, so I'll be looking for you in the group or in the Zoom, and everybody else. It's going to be a lot of fun. But besides the fun, be prepared to gain the capabilities that really help you unlock what's inside of you that maybe you've waited too long to unleash. Remember, before I head out here, I got to jump on another one in 2 minutes.
Sure.
But before I leave, I just want to say, I think the worst thing that could happen is for us to be at the end of our lives and realize we played small.
Yeah,
and
no, you're right.
Not this challenge, then make it something. Like, make it something. Do not look back at the end of your life wishing you went after it. Go after it today. We get to be courageous any time in our life. We can make the decision to be courageous. And remember this last thing. Courage isn't moving forward in the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward when you're still scared to death. So I appreciate you so much. Thanks, everybody. Pleasure meeting you. Remember, May 11th, go to ownit66.com, register, and we'll see you there live.
Oh, thank you, Dean. I'll put a swipe up as well and put the link in.
Oh, perfect. Bye, guys.
Lovely to see you. Bye. Oh, I know that was a bit of a, as they say in the UK, a bit of a kick, you know what, scramble. But I think it's so kind of Dean to sort of jump on and try and help explain just what it is that I've been talking about in terms of the story that I put out on Insta stories, and then also the post that I put out as well. It's so funny that you mentioned the words imposter syndrome and fear, because, you know, a lot of people said to me that I was really brave to, you know, walk away from a 2-decade-long career and jump into the unknown. I didn't, just like Dean said, I didn't do it from a place of, you know, like a big lioness leaping into my future. I was really scared because I believed in it and I believed in what it was I wanted to do, but I was still really scared that it wasn't necessarily going to work. I have mortgage and bills to pay just like everybody else does. And the biggest fear that I had about sort of jumping all in with doing a challenge with people not only all around the world, but people like Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, who are huge in this field. I felt like such a huge imposter to sort of put my hand up and go, I want to take part in this challenge and help them as well to promote it to all of my lovely community, who I know so many of you follow me because you're intrigued about what it is that I'm doing, and especially since leaving Loose Women and what it all means. So what I would say is I have put a little swipe up in my stories so you can have a look at it for yourself. I know firsthand how much these things normally cost, and you're talking hundreds of pounds for a few hours to thousands of pounds for days, and this is actually a free event, which is why I really want to just pay it forward and push it out there. I hope that sort of helped you in some sort of way. I will be doing more of these sort of lives anyway, just on my own, never mind without this sort of thing. I'll be kind of honest, I did one live about a week or so ago, and it just reminded me how much fun it is actually to see all of you guys, and then for some reason it didn't upload, so those of you who didn't happen to be on at that time didn't get to see it. Also, there's been a lot of fear and imposter syndrome from my side, because I'm now working in a space which I feel really passionately about, and I know I'm really helping people, but you know, I'm still working through my own things. We're all just works in progress, and I just really love it if you guys sort of came along with me. I'm going to like I say, I'm going to do the same course as well. And what I'll do is I'll DM me and tell me about all your experiences as you're doing it, and we can chat that way. And same with, I'll go over to Facebook and do a similar sort of thing and chat with everybody that way, because I'm just the same as you guys. I'm just someone who did one job and now I'm trying to do another job. So I figured we might as well do it all together. So I'm going to say goodbye. I need to go and make tea for the family, go make some food, but I just want to say bye-bye and thank you everyone so much for joining me. I really miss talking to you guys. I'm going to do it a bit more often, so mwah.